Welcome one and all to Love Them Knives channel. What do we got? What do we think about this thing, huh? What do we think about the Typhoeus? Oh, how about the Typhoeus? The wee Typhoeus, and it's a wee bit of a knife. It is CPM 20CV, blue titanium, and I kind of like, do I want the blue? Do I want the silver? I went back and forth. I went blue. I could have gone silver, and apparently the sticker's stuck on the damn microfiber cloth. Get out of here. Okay, so you get a sheath. You know why? Because the knife doesn't close. It's like that all-night McDonald's. It doesn't close. It's calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get a double cheeseburger. Okay. Oh, so much for that plastic cheater. Woo. Okay, now, what are we doing here? I forgot all about this knife. Which one do you want? Do you want a push dagger? Oh, no. I want a regular. Okay, well, I'll go. No, change my mind. So, push dagger, of course, is not double-edged. So, seriously? But if it was, then seriously? So, yeah, we got issues. Now, it's different. And it's only, I think it's only $800,000, so it's not that expensive. Does it cut anything? Hold on, let me see if I can find a little piece of paper to demo that on. So, because it's supposedly a knife, that means it's supposed to be able to cut things. Okay, hold on. Let me close my eyes and imagine. Okay, it's not on the duller side of factory edge. It's factory edge. It's not scary sharp, but it's okay. And now do we get the smudges off of it, or as much? Now that I'm re-smudging the blade. So this is interesting, isn't it? Okay, that is interesting. All the parts, pieces, right? How does this work? It's just got a swivel. It's like on, two swivel arms. Just like that. There's one arm, there's the other. They're attached to some screws, and they are going to go here and here, right? See in there? So interesting, not crazy difficult, but takes some imagination, doesn't it? Now, what was interesting as well that I thought when I got it, it was this. Okay, so I tried to do this, right? Did you try to do this? Oops, that ain't working. Oh, must be this way then. Nope. The wee symbol's got to go back and face this. Now we got it, right? So it actually loads up as a push dagger, right? I mean, that's the only way I got it figured out. Just like that. So that's the way it goes. So when you're going to pull it out, I guess you're going to pull it out like that. You go, oh, I'm sorry, you're not a terrorist? Okay. Well, how about if I help you cut open that package? So it's interesting. Yeah, it's not a big, long blade either, of course. So how long is it? Well, you tell me. What do you think? 2 3/8, so not 2 1/2, right? And, that's about the cutting length, too. A little under that, though. But, 61 or 2 millimeter blade length? What did I just get done with? It was like about a 62 millimeter. Oh, the mini penguin. Okay. 6.5-inch overall at almost 16 centimeters. CPM 20CV blade, I hope so. It's like $300. It's like $297, something like that. I was off. $298, not $297. But $30 discount, right? Because LTK is your discount code on White Mountain knives. And not just for this knife, it's for any and all that you're going to put in your shopping cart here. And you can use it again and again and again. So, there's your stats again. 2.27 inch length blade. That's like my mini penguin, right? And then 20 CV blade, and they calling it a Dagger. So if you want one, you can get them in different kind of iterations there. You can get the black bladed one, black titanium handle. And you can get the regular silver, gray, or the blue, okay? But very, very strange. I wonder what let's get my caliper and see what we got for, is this 3 millimeter? 0.12, it's pretty close. 3.2 millimeter. The handle, 12.3 at 0.48. So not real thick or fat in there. Blade stock not overly thick either. But I don't know. I saw it at the Atlanta Blade Show and I thought, that is pretty insane. And so I thought, if this comes out, if they actually do it, because they weren't sure. I mean, it was a proto at the time, but if they're going to do this, then I think I got to get it. I think it's significant enough. It should be on my channel. It should be talked about. Is this one I'm going to keep? No. I don't know. This is not like, no, once I got it in my hand, I go, no. And really, before I got it in my hand, I was pretty doubtful that I would keep this knife because it's not necessarily my style. I'm not really big on wearing sheaths on my belt, okay? And then again, a push dagger as well as a non-locking knife, and it never closes. You can't close this blade. I don't know how they could have figured out to engineer a lock mechanism on here, but I think they probably could have. And then maybe a button or something could have unlocked it and you could have dropped it to the push dagger mode. But the way this stays together like this is just merely the pressure of your hand. And okay, I guess that works. I mean, you've got slip joints and double detent knives and stuff like that that are non-locking knives, so okay. But they're not always $300 either. So yeah, it's interesting. It's a curiosity. It's definitely, maybe if you're the kind of person that's really into unconventional knives, and you think that's fascinating for maybe like your display case as well. Then I could see this. I could see this being in a collection because, I mean, I think there was a guy making a comment saying, yeah, this will be one of those odd, unusual Wii knives that'll, will be in demand sometime later in the future. People will be going back to this going, whatever happened to, and it'll be this one, the Typhoeus, And so, yeah, I think he's probably right. I think this will be one. And the EXO is a Riot knife that I thought, that's a gravity type knife. I don't know really what to do with it. And it doesn't have a pocket clip and it doesn't have a locking mechanism. And so it kind of, it was a pass for me as well, but it was fascinating. And so maybe that genre is where this fits. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't want to discourage the knife companies from, thinking outside the conventional box. No, I think this was interesting to see them do this. but it's just not for me. The ergos are fine though. I mean, if you've got one, I mean, the ergos are fine. This really fits the hand nicely. This one is going to be differential for people because there's guys with pretty big, fat hands. I mean, bigger, thicker fingers than mine. And this is going to be a little difficult because I was kind of pondering about this, going, I'm really close. You know, if you, ever really had to use this that way, I mean, you get like a cold steel push dagger that's a dedicated, you're going to have more room than this. And I don't know about this for that reason. So if you got thinner fingers, you're further away from that blade. But yeah, I don't know how that would function. So for all hand sizes, nah, probably not. But this choil's big enough for almost anybody's finger to fit in front. And you could get probably all your fingers on there regardless of hand size. I think you're fine with this. But then again, this is conventional. And I don't find it to be all that beautiful of a design if you just look at it in the conventional formation. Do you? I don't. I don't think it's that stunning, but it's just so, this is a good looking design here, but then how usable, I don't know. So with the sheath and everything, it'll be interesting. I don't know that they're selling that well online actually, but when they disappear, they'll probably go away, and there'll probably be some retro people reaching back years from now to get their hands on these because it is so unusual and unconventional. So what do we got? Well, it's pretty light too, isn't it? 96, almost 97 grams. Run around 2 ounces. Let's see, where are we on ounces? 3.4. No, it's not very heavy, but it's not very big either. What do we got there? There we go. We got the cap. Let me see, Captain. What we got now? Are these all number 8s? Okay. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Ooh, that wasn't locked down too hard. And neither was that one. And maybe they don't want to be locked down too hard because it might restrict the movement of the blade. So let's see what size these screws are, and if they're the same denomination, and they're not, this is different, this is different. So let's line them all up and see if this is different. Now that one looks the same. These probably are all going to be, except for the last one. So these 2 middle body ones, this one come forward, and then you got the pivot. So there's the 2 body ones. They're same. This one's real long. This one's kind of stubby like that. And I think they're all titanium because this is magnetic and it's not capturing any of these. In fact, no, there's the big magnet. It's not doing anything. So this is all titanium hardware. And There's this piece. Okay. Okay, there's this piece, and I had forgotten this screw. Let me see. And that's a different size one on this piece as well. So let's keep you together, huh? We're starting to get complicated. Okay, and so there's weight relieved, this and that, this and that. And here we go. And so we got a bunch of bronze washers and stuff. So let's just see if we can see what's going on here. And so this piece meets here to stop. Okay. I think that's as far as I want to take it. I was just kind of curious about how it functioned underneath. And so you could take the blade off, and then you got these two parts, etc. And then this is what is reaching across to here up front. See that? That's interesting. So just this little piece here, and then this connects both pieces. This connects both pieces and goes to there. But all on washers. Interesting. Okay, so this discovery of putting this thing back together, these screws here, I tightened them down like I'd do on a normal knife, and then this thing would not move. Okay, it wouldn't move. Well, so I had to back these up, and now they're not all that tight. Okay, so you might want to be aware of the fact that if you did tighten these down, it would stay in this position. Or if you put it like that and tighten these down, it'll stay in this position. This is not going to move, okay? Because it has to have some play there, a little bit. Or you got to back off the screws enough. So you can adjust it little by little on these screws to give it the kind of motion that you want it to have, or you can really crank down and you could just leave it like this, or you could just leave it like this. Of course, then you can't use the sheath. So, okay. But that's interesting that can be done that way. It's a Typhoeus. We love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.